One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Appalachian State's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality.
He's going to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Ezukama. This time it's complete. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
Picks up the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold on.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So now it's second and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Go straight ahead. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. On second and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And the extra point is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tulane's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority. in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time. So let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
And the ball's out, and they're after it. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they... Looking deep down the right side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of time for me to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI. Stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Under fire. Turns it loose deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Tulane right back to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
He's got great speed. The solid offsets. Punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finding open areas.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
there he goes. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's second down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking downfield, it's Ezukama. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A strike downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Trying play action. On the move to his left. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. Guys, it's Appalachian State holding the lead at the end of the quarter. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Tulane right back to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Looking to pass. It's Ezukama. He lobs one high down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, in that kind of situation, in that field position on your own side of the field, 3rd and short, defense was definitely thinking run, and instead they throw the football, they catch them off guard. It's an explosive play, now setting up 1st and goal.
The Mountaineers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, App State. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point splits the uprights.
Tulane, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Secures it at the 30. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Appalachian State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Made a defender miss. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Give to the single back.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
He leaves it with his back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. He'll try to pop the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball.
Oh, look out on the right. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada.
Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking for a deep man. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top on first down. Floats it out in space. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Tulane lines up on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Heaves it on the run. Catch inside the 25. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything they're...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
It'll be third and long. Looking for a man. It's Ezukama. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield very late in the half. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. And I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made it quick.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give. Shakes off the defender. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4.
Oh, he's got some space. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They'll go to the ground. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Touchdown, App State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. Look out, he's got room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quarterback on the keeper. Still running at the 40. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and 1.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and the attempt is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away at. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Turns it on at midfield. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to...
Breaks it to the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. We've reached a break, and Appalachian State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Ezukama. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And it's picked off at the goal line. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the back. And the timing just a hair off.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a man. It's Ezukama. Finds the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Mountaineers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Going for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Takes the easy one to the back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pittman. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Got the first down, looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Really good surge for this offense. They moved the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's got it on the right. There he goes. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
58, Tulane, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked.
29 Philly. 29 Philly.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Rushes on him. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just